Russia blocked from moving military equipment from naval base in Syria. The new Syrian government has refused to grant permission for a Russian cargo ship to evacuate military equipment from the Tartus naval base, creating a complicated situation for Moscow as it tries to withdraw from the Middle Eastern country. The Russian ship Sparta II, which is on the U.S. sanctions list, has been near the port of Tartus since January 5 after departing from the port of Baltiysk in Kaliningrad on December 11, 2024, according to the Moscow Times on January 9. The ship is believed to be evacuating military equipment, including air defense radars and more than 100 trucks containing equipment, from the Tartus base. However, no ships are currently allowed to dock at the port to carry out the evacuation, leaving personnel and equipment stranded. The Maritime Executive confirmed that the new government in Syria, which came to power after the overthrow of President Bashar al-Assad, has refused to support Russia in this effort. This has put Moscow's plans to withdraw troops and transfer military assets in the region in serious trouble. Meanwhile, Russia's Hmeimim air base in Syria remains in operation as the only evacuation route. However, its evacuation capacity is limited and cannot completely replace the role of the port of Tartus. The overthrow of former President Bashar al-Assad by Syrian rebels in early December 2024 has significantly changed the political landscape in Syria. After Mr. Assad fled to Russia for refuge, Moscow began withdrawing naval and military assets from Syria to minimize losses. However, observers say that Russia's loss of control over strategic bases in Syria, such as Tartus and Hmeimim, would be a major blow to its influence in the Middle East. These bases, especially Tartus, are an important gateway for Russia to maintain its military presence in the Mediterranean and strengthen its relations with its allies in the region. Tartus has become an important military base for Russia since 2015, when Moscow sent troops to support the Assad regime in the fight against terrorism. In 2017, a long-term agreement was signed between Russia and the Syrian government, allowing the Russian military to lease the Tartus naval base and the Hmeimim air base for 49 years. With this agreement, Russia has invested significantly in modernizing the infrastructure and deploying military equipment here. However, the collapse of the Assad regime and the emergence of a new government in Syria have upset all of Moscow's calculations. According to experts, Russia's failure to maintain these strategic bases will seriously undermine its ability to project military power in the Middle East and undermine its international standing. As Syrian rebels consolidate their power, their refusal to heed Russia's demands shows that relations between Moscow and Damascus are becoming increasingly strained. Russia's facing an evacuation ban in Tartus not only complicates the process of withdrawing its troops, but also puts great pressure on Russia's future military strategy in the region.